you think? What do you think about the car? What's up, everyone? FEARMARCEL here. It's been a couple weeks. You know, I can't make a YouTube video unless I have a fresh cut. Shout out to Coop, the barber. I wanted to share with you guys my new Nissan 370Z, and I also want to share with you guys how I bought it. Right along with me, I'm going to share with you guys the entire process. Let's go. Alright guys, so in this video I want to talk about Carvana and how I've used them to purchase my dream car that I have with me, the 2009 Nissan 370Z. And I really want to explain it to you guys because I feel like this is the new way of purchasing vehicles. There's no more going to the dealership and having to spend 5-6 hours. At least that's what it was for me when I bought my BRZ. Is, you know, 5-6 hours of doing all the paperwork and waiting and all the signatures that you have to go through and everything. I think this is the new way because with Carvana, it was literally so simple, and this is not a paid advertisement. This is nothing like that. This is literally from my heart to you guys in the form of a video of my honest review of Carvana. So I literally broke it down into 3 processes, and that is purchasing the car, getting the car to you, and their customer service. Now to break it down with the purchase process, I already knew what type of car I wanted. I wanted 370Z. You know, it could have been an older model, and you know, around maybe the $15,000, $16,000, $17,000 mark. So I knew that going in. So with that information, I went on Carvana, looked it up, seen that they had a nice red one, as you see right here. So I kind of already knew what I wanted, and they made it so easy. And I want to say within about 20 minutes, you know, I did a little bit more research on this vehicle. Within about 20 minutes, I basically purchased the car. And what I mean by purchasing it within that 20 minutes is I went on Carvana, said that I want this car. And as I was looking at this car, they actually secured it for 30 minutes just to make sure no one else would buy it. And that is one huge perk that I love about Carvana is when I was searching, you know, I kept on going to this car and I'm like, just, you know, I'm looking at it, scrolling, looking at the pictures and everything. They actually secured it for 30 minutes for me to allow to have that time to go through all the, you know, specs about the car and everything, just so I can, you know, feel comfortable about looking at it and just to make sure no one slips underneath and pulls this car away from me. And I do want to say with my BRZ, it almost took 5 hours in a dealership going through all the papers and them finding a good loan for me and all of that. Like, it took 5 hours of my life that I'll never get back. The next one is when they went ahead and got the car to me and just the whole process of that. You can either pick up the car in one of their facilities, you know, some of them have that infamous car vending machine look to it, and either you could do that or you can have the car literally delivered right to your doorstep. For me personally, it took my car, I want to say about 10 days, and that is just on my end. I chose for it to be a little bit longer. I'll explain that later on in the video. But it took 10 days from the car to get from Georgia all the way to PA, so I'll be able to have it. And once the car was actually in my possession, I had enough time to go around the block, do all the driving just to get comfortable, making sure that I wanted that purchase. I mean, you guys tell me. You guys don't think I don't want that car? Look at this. Look at that booty right here. Look at that booty. Oh my goodness. You tell me I don't want that car, man? Wow, bro. The best thing about it, after I did my test drive and I said, yes, I want this car, this is the car I want and everything, I just had to sign like 2 paperwork saying the car is now in my possession and I was on my way. And that's all just because I done all the paperwork on their app during the process of me, you know, making the car finally mine. Now, the next part I want to talk about is the customer service that I had with Carvana. And you know, this is my own personal experience with them. I know this may be different for other people because other people have different problems, whatever the case may be. The time that I did have to reach out to Carvana's customer service and request of a refund of something that I'll explain a little bit later on, you know, they reached out to me very quickly. You know, it was all done through the app. You know, I had no hassle at all. And just honestly, you know, it was just good vibes all around. Even when I was test driving my car, they had a, you know, representative right there in the passenger seat with me, just, you know, telling me what he knew about the car personally. So, you know, it could just show some kind of car knowledge, you know, if this is like your first time buying a car or whatever the case. You know, at least for me, I had someone who had, you know, some knowledge about the Z. You know, obviously I've done all my knowledge with you know, my YouTube videos and binge watching everything about a 370Z. Now I know I've been talking, you know, high praise about Carvana, but you know, there is some pros and cons with everything in life, so let's just go ahead and jump into them. Now I do want to go over some of the pros and cons that I had with using Carvana to get my new car. Just to start off with the pros, my car had 55,000 miles, and you would have never knew that it had any just because of the level of detailing and cleanliness that they had before I picked up my vehicle. One thing that blew my mind is my car has a leather interior and it did not have a speck of a crease. I don't know how they did it. Don't know, but it didn't even have one crease in the leather interior. Another one is everything, all the transaction, all the paperwork that you do is all through the app, and they make it very, very simple, showing you where you need to initial. Of course, you got to read it before you do any of that. Make sure you initial it and do all your transactions, all your payments and everything right through the app. Now, some of the cons that I had with using Carvana is that the prices are non-negotiable. That is their set price. So no matter what, if you don't like the price, gotta find a different car. I know personally for me, another con that I do have is when I set a longer delivery date to receive my car just because it was coming from Georgia all the way to PA, and I set that just so they had enough time to get my car inspected in PA, but Carvana was unable to do that for whatever reason. Still don't know. However, they did refund me when I went and I had my car in my name and I went to go get inspected. They just told me just to send a receipt in and they refunded me of that purchase. All in all, it was a con. You know, it was a small con in the beginning, but you know, they ended up fixing it by refunding my purchase of my inspection. So kudos to Carvana. So there we have it, guys. That is all for my Carvana review of me getting my Nissan 350Z. I do want to say this is my dream car. As you guys know, I have the 350Z. Oh my God, love that car. It was only meant for me to go ahead and upgrade to the 370Z, and ever since then I've been loving this car. Got to do a lot of upgrades on it. You know, I'm in the process of actually doing something really big, so that's why I haven't really been doing any upgrades on the car, you know, but that is for another time and in another video. So I'm gonna end this video right here. Thank you guys for watching. It's FEARMARCEL here. If you guys are new around here, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We will be back, I promise. You know, I do this in every video. I will be back soon. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Peace.